Hi, Vandana. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Vandana.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Dee.
How's everybody?
Today morning, I was telling Soul's Temple is my soul's temple. That's how I am right now.
Nice. Hmm. Many a times when I am going to go to sleep, I would say connecting to Krishna is my soul's temple. Uh, Receiving communication from Krishna is my soul's temple. And you know whatever.
Yeah,
And
I said connecting to my source is my soul's temple.
yeah, so most of the times, whenever I sleep with that particular thing, morning I would definitely get some futuristic ideas. Like yesterday, I got that start making support groups, like support WhatsApp groups. Like how this 1 month program came into my idea, and I'm executing it. Before that, the Navratri thing came, and then now it has come that now it starts support groups. So then I was questioning that what kind of support groups. So it was like, okay, makes support group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 7 groups. And where among the people who are daily attending this workshop, uh, whoever is willing to volunteer and take care of each group, make that one person like kind of a leader of one group. Okay. And then from there on, means Soul's Temple already we have all been practicing, so everybody knows Soul's Temple. So on those groups, you can add your people. They can be the people from our existing groups, my existing groups, and more people will join later on when I make a right of consent. Now those groups can be for the people who need any kind of a help, and then whoever is the leader of the group can share anything like simple soul step you can make them do, or you can share the books that you have read or something from the books that you have read. Or like Kiran has made these art forms and make people do art. Or, you know, it can be anything. It can be conversations. It can be basically support. Some people, if someone is financially very well off and if they can provide, you know, monetary support to someone, then monetary support. Adding in all kinds of people to these support groups who can actually take care of. So there are these 7 chakras, right? 7 major chakras. So 7 chakras are related to 7 zones of our life, and every zone is important. And this is again thanks to Yuvraj Kapadia. I learned this. After learning it from him, I explored this so much that I can almost like write about it uh, as to how these zones affect us. Because in our hypnotherapy workshop, we just learned like, it was like a say 2 hour topic or something, nothing more than that. Some things, when you learn, you get very intrigued and you want to know more and you dive deeper into it. So same was this zones for me because the topic in our hypnotherapy, it was a curriculum of CHII then and now it's EKA, EKA. So in that it was about, okay, out of the 7 zones, we all have a zone of lack and we all have a zone of abundance. And when our focus is on our zone of abundance, the zone of lack
Sorry,
is,
Vandana, your voice is not clear. So, out of the 7 zones,
we all have a zone of lack
okay,
and we all have a zone of abundance.
okay,
And out of all the 7 zones, if our focus is on the zone of abundance, then the zone of lack will automatically be taken care of. Now, why do we have this zone of lack? Because For example, if financial zone, okay, financial is one zone, which is the root chakra. So if I lack abundance in finances, okay, which means either in my previous lifetime or previous lifetimes, I had a lot of money and I misused that money, or I didn't value or honor that money, or I exploited people for money, or uh, I did everything, whatever so-called wrong with that money or destructive with that money, things that were not great. Okay, so if I do that, now what will happen? I have to learn the value of money. So this lifetime I will be born in a family which won't be very rich, and then I have to learn the value of money, and then I'll work very hard to earn money, and I will value money because there won't be money all the time. Now, similarly, what is zone of abundance? Zone of abundance is something that you had in a previous lifetime and you gave it generously. For example, if you have abundance of, place to live and you gave shelter to a lot of people, or it can be anything. And so whatever you had in abundance and you gave it generously, that will be your zone of abundance because you gave so much of that when you come back, that will never be a problem. That is something that will be natural for you. It will just be there in your life. It will never diminish. No matter how much you distribute, it will never get over. So that is zone of abundance. And all of us have one zone of lack and one zone of abundance. I mean, okay, wherever I've done this conversation in this topic, I've done workshops on this. Like 2 hours, 3 hours. 3 hours. But then the immediate question in everybody's mind will be, what is my zone of lack and what is my zone of abundance? That and all can be found out later. What is important is, what I realized is whether you know what is your zone of lack or whether you don't know what is your zone of abundance. But if your focus is always on abundance, whatever is abundant in your life in the current moment, the lack will never be significant. Now, what happens when we are in a family? We are obviously, whether we live with a family or not, we all have a family. Whether the parents are alive or not, we all have a family. We were born in a family. In a family environment, usually the zone of lack and zone of abundance will be complementary to each other. If the wife has something which is the zone of lack, the husband may have it in abundance, or the mother or the father may have it in abundance. So this one has to receive it from them. If the husband has something which is the zone of lack, maybe he has to receive that from her or from his parents or from the children also. So usually, always it is what I have noticed and observed in a lot of families that I worked with when in my one-on-one sessions. Everyone will have a different zone of lack and a different zone of abundance. It's never the same, usually. I mean, I cannot generalize this, but most of the times. Now, what happens out of love? When we see that X person in my family has this lacking, our focus goes into trying to fill that lack for that X person. And now for this X person, he has come with a example, he's come with a blueprint that is never going to fill, because he has to learn, he did something in the past for which he has to learn how to live in the lack of that. So how much ever you fill, it'll never get filled in that person's mind. Okay. Then another person, say third person in the family, that person has something that is lacking, and if these two have that in abundance, they will try and make that person uh, live up to that abundance. But that person again may have that as a zone of lack, and so he or she will never realize that I have someone in my family who has that in abundance, so I don't need to worry. Being very selfish, we all want everything abundant in us. And we are taught not to be selfish, but then there are areas where we are very selfish. And then there is a conflictual universe that, okay, my father has it, or my mother has it, but I don't have it. And how much ever I try to become that or have that, I never have it, because that is my zone of lack. Now, if everybody is only focusing on fulfilling each other's lack, what will happen? Tell me.
The abundance will never shine.
Nobody is living in their zone of abundance.
Yeah, so abundance will never shine in that family.
Yeah, because everybody is gotten into the lack,
Yeah.
and the whole picture has become lack.
Yeah. So whatever you focus, that shows up more.
Yeah, obviously. So everybody, each one in their own capacity, instead of focusing on what is abundant in them, start focusing on what is lack of self or the other, and everybody go into the zone of lack. And then that becomes like a daldal, swamp. What do you call them? It sucks everybody into that lack. And now whatever abundance is already there, which is never going to get over, is not visible at all. Because everybody is focusing on what is lacking in me, what is lacking in my child, what is lacking in my mother, what is lacking for my father. And everybody is only focusing on the lack. People have forgotten that there is abundance in another area. And that abundance is never going to go, no matter what. That is always going to be there. Now what? Now what? What is coming to your minds when I'm talking about this?
A complete shift of mindset is what is required. The focus, the lens with which we are viewing the entire situation is what is required here.
Will it be easy?
Definitely not, because when we are used to looking at lack, we always look at that. And I can see that in my family. The moment you said that, I can, rise up like a hawk and view it as a very big picture.
Now, if my child has something lacking, and if I have that in abundance, will I ever want to exercise that or use the abundance? What will I feel? What will I feel?
No, I will not be able to use, because the focus is on lack, right? So I will never be able to.
No, it is not about the focus being on that. There is so much love with the child that it will be like, oh, for example, if I have if my expression, communication skills are excellent, okay, and my child lacks in being able to even communicate the smallest things, okay, if the child cannot at all communicate, will always be quiet, will always go and sit in one corner. If 10 people come, that the child will go even more into the corner. What will I do?
I will probably keep nudging the child, आके बात करो, आके बात करो.
Because that is abundant in me. For me, it's so easy,
Yeah.
so natural.
Yeah. So I don't understand, why is the child not able to talk? Because for
Because
me, it's like it's like
for
a,
you, it is very natural.
yeah.
But for the child, it is the zone of lack. Maybe the child in a previous lifetime has used the voice to either harm people or has suppressed the voice or whatever, somehow misused that ability. And so now this lifetime has come to learn silence, has come to learn not to communicate, has come to learn to be inward. Maybe that person was an extrovert and did everything that was not good about being an extrovert or whatever that is. I'm just giving an exaggerated example. So now the mother is focused on trying to bring that person out of the life, and slowly, gradually, will get sucked into that lack. Now the child has something else in abundance, which nobody will look at. Because the mother and the father both are crazily busy in trying to fill the lack of the child. From a space of, uh, not from a space of, I have so much so I can give, but from a space of, I'm superior and this person doesn't know or doesn't have that. Now, when a person doesn't have that, already is feeling so horrible about not having that. And then when someone is constantly trying to make them see that they don't have that by trying to fill it up, how miserable that state can be for the child. And all of us have been there, done that. All of us. I definitely have. And then when I learned this, it was like, what? Now, for example, if my child was born with a lot of health issues, and if health is a zone of lack, example, and if I'm a very healthy, fit person, how was it supposed to be in the first place? It was supposed to be that I just be that healthy person and I enjoy the good health. And I look at that, okay, this child is unhealthy, and try and see, okay, what is good about that child and enhance that quality of the child so that the child starts feeling good about himself or herself, and the health becoming better becomes a byproduct of the child. For example, if the child has, okay, the child has not great health but great communication skills, okay, throat chakra, and health is physical health is sacral chakra. So pleasure, health is not available because if you're not healthy, you can't enjoy life also, right? So sacral chakra is zone of lack. Throat chakra is brilliant, can talk, can communicate, can sing, can express very beautifully, can write. Expression is like mind blowing. But what is the mother going to do? Mother or the father. Focusing only on how to make that child healthy.
And always sympathizing and making the
Yes,
low energy there.
exactly. And not looking at what is brilliant about my child. Let us focus on that.
Yeah.
Health will be taken care of. ठीक है, जब बीमार होगा तो we'll take him to the doctor and it will be taken care of. But completely my 24/7 focus will be on, oh my God, my child is unhealthy, my child is unhealthy, my child is unhealthy.
More
Now,
than, sorry.
yeah, so what will get into the psyche of the child?
They keep projecting this thing on him, and I think he turns out to be like that
Exactly,
all the
because
time.
he is unhealthy.
Yes.
Definitely. He's come
Yeah.
with that ill health as a blueprint. Now,
Yeah.
going on telling that again and again, like, for example, through dumbbell, through dumbbell, through dumbbell.
Yeah, and as parents, if we go and tell the child, that you are this, you are this, I think the child somewhere makes it very thing in his mind that yes, I am this, starts accepting it somewhere.
Exactly. And starts becoming more of that. And now his or her inner focus also will be that only, that which is lacking in him or her. Will never be able to come out of that space that I have something good in me, but I will always be focusing on I'm unhealthy. Will never realize that, oh, I have great communication skills. Will never realize that I can sing and I just start feeling great. I don't even care if I'm healthy or unhealthy. And slowly, gradually, everybody in the family will get sucked into this whirlpool of emotions which only lead to lack. Oh, I lack this, you lack this, lacks this person lacks this. Whatever each one lacks, we all know very nicely.
Vandana, can I say something here?
Yeah.
Vandana, I think at one point in time, I was at that stage wherein, my daughter again, health was lacking, or, academics was lacking, or her spellings were so poor that every spelling that she would write would be wrong. And the teachers would call me and tell me. And I was in that space wherein, this is lacking. My husband, this is lacking. Me, this is lacking. But I don't know. I mean, I read a book which talked about growth mindset. And I mean, that just went a long way with me. As you said, even I researched a lot, I read a lot about it. And then I developed a small program for kids because I could see the kids, like when my daughter's friends would come. Oh, you know what? I can't do this. For example, it could be I can't do skating. I'm not good at this. They would constantly say that. And I have found that that needs to change. So I developed a small program on growth mindset for kids. There was, and the name was the power of yet. So if you have to say something, I can't do this yet, which means I can't do this yet, but not that I can't do this forever.
Correct.
Someday I'll be able to do it. So I named that program called the power of yet. And there's a song which a rapist has written about the power of yet. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, you will get success. That's the song. And it's a beautiful song. My kids just sing it all the time whenever they feel that they are powerless or they don't know something, they sing it. And then, like this summers, I was volunteering with a set of kids, and I could see there also that a lot of kids were like, I can't do this, I can't do this. So I said, no, one day we will do this song. And then I found out a lot of books on growth mindset. And there's another book I found, it's called The Magical Yet. Now, when you start looking, you start finding, it's like a breadcrumb trail, which the universe has already, laid in, and you go step by step. In that, there was about a child who doesn't know how to cycle. And she says, I will never cycle and I will start walking on foot wherever I want to go. How that child develops a magical yet, and then she's now skateboarding, she's now, so there you kind of create a small arts and craft of a yet, and you keep that with you, and that yet is forever with you, and it grows with you. So it's like So, and I could see such a big improvement. Then when I went to my brother's place, I saw his twins. They were also talking like this. बुआ मैं ये नहीं कर सकती, बुआ मैं ये नहीं कर सकती. I did that small program with them, and even today when they call me and they'll say, "बुआ, I can't do knitting yet," and we remember that yet forever. So I can see how beautifully it works. So I mean, I'm just giving you context, and I want to give very in a very brief way. My elder one, she would say that my younger sister is gifted, and she does painting so beautifully, where she'll go with sports and she'll win all the medals. मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर सकती. She had such a low self esteem. मैं art नहीं कर सकती. So I was constantly telling her, but somewhere उसके वो stuck था बिल्कुल ये. So this summer, like just 2 weeks ago, I spoke to one of the art teacher who's a brilliant art teacher, and she kind of understands when I talk to her. We can have a soulful conversation. So I told her, Geeta, my I would like to probably take art classes from my elder one, but my idea is not to make her an artist. That's not the intention. So I want to tell her the intention. What is intention? The intention is that she says that she cannot do art. She's pathetic at art. The idea is that I want to just break that mindset of hers. So you know what the intent is. So she said, okay, and she worked with for 2 weeks. And yesterday, after 2 weeks, my daughter said, "Oh, I can draw so beautifully." So I told her, I said, this is a little game plan that I had for you. And the intent was that I want you to know that your brain is like a bubble gum, and you can mold it the way you just like a clay. You can mold it in any way that you want. Nothing is static, nothing is stopping you. You put your energy there and you will learn it. And she was so happy yesterday. She drew something so beautiful. She shaded something so beautiful. And I could see, that own child. I told you, I think 3 weeks ago, that she's not supporting me. She's not helping me. She's just sitting. Because that whole idea that मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती, मैं useless हूँ, was there in her head. Yesterday she said, "Mama, leave it. I will wind up the kitchen. You go and sleep." I slept at 9:30 only. She was the one who. So I could see that support suddenly started erupting from her since about 2-3 days, because she started feeling good about herself.
What
She
actually
started.
did you do here? Apart
I
from
just
the growth mindset, apart from the yet, apart from all of that, in
I
the
mean,
last 15 days.
I I was doing Soul's Temple. I was focusing on myself. I was making myself happy. So I could spread that happiness, and I could see, oh, you know what? If my child is getting sucked into that whole thing, मैं नहीं कर सकती, मैं नहीं कर सकती, मैं नहीं कर सकती. Can I just show her the brighter side that, you can do everything? So I looked at the brighter side rather than getting sucked up into that black.
I'm sure you knew this growth mindset before.
Yes, I knew it before also. Yeah.
I'm sure you were teaching that to so many children, so many children also got helped by it. What is your zone of abundance?
My zone of abundance, that you can do anything. My zone says that you have the power. You can do anything that you choose to do. That's
So
my
that
power.
is, for example, solar plexus, in charge.
Yes.
Always being in charge.
Yes.
So this time you got in charge of you.
Yes.
And when if being in charge is your zone of abundance, and when you are in charge of you but not focusing on the lack of anybody, that automatically shows up.
Yeah.
That automatically becomes a way of like, okay, mom is in charge completely, and not focusing on how to make that person come out of the lack, but just being in your zone of abundance. I don't know if I'm able to put it properly or not. There comes a time, if you always live in the zone of abundance, you will never feel lack in anything. Okay, then that you're out of that lack and abundance. Okay, then there is no more lack in life. Here, still the focus was on her lack. Okay, before. say before 15, 20 days. Okay. Still the focus was, oh, how can I make her feel better about herself? Which means I'm still focusing on what she doesn't have and how she can have that. What does she have?
Yeah, so I knew that, like I was nudging her constantly. कि तुम अपने आप try करो art, तुम try करो,
Correct. So that is what I'm saying.
So what I know that she does beautiful when someone guides her. I know that she's a
Which
good
is
follower.
fine. Which is fine.
Yeah.
She will do whatever she can with the art. But what is abundant about her already, which was always there? Forget the art.
No, I'm saying that what is good in her, that she works beautifully when there's a mentor with her. I know that if there's somebody to just guide her a little, I know that she immediately, sends through and she immediately picks that up. I know that, sometimes what I know is that she may not try herself, but when someone guides her, she picks that up very beautifully.
Which is fine. Which is fine.
Her willingness,
A willingness to accept something, yeah. Willingness to
receive,
try something.
to receive.
Yeah, willingness to try something new.
No, I'm not even talking about all this. If she never does art ever in her life, will she still feel good about herself? Is the question.
Sorry?
If she never ever does art in her life, will she still feel great about herself? Is my question.
Yeah. This was just sort of the way. I mean, art was not the intent. That's what I'm saying. My intent was
No,
not
no,
to
no,
teach
no, no,
her art.
no. Oh
Yeah.
God, you're not getting what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What is so abundant in her that how much ever she does, it will never change. Okay, let me make it. Let me say the 7 zones and then see. So the root chakra is the financial zone. So people who have zone of abundance, root chakra, no matter what, they'll never have a lack of money, they'll never have a lack of stability, they'll always have the basic necessities met. It is never going to be a problem in their life, no matter what happens. पूरी दुनिया में अकाल आ जाएगा, drought हो जाएगा, something, but they'll have food to eat. Okay, that if that is their zone of abundance, they will never have ever less clothes, less food, less a good home, and all of that will be a constant thing in their life. Money will be a constant thing in their life if the zone of abundance is root chakra, financial zone. Sacral chakra is pleasure, enjoying life, being charismatic, uh, and health, physically attractive. All that is sacral chakra. So that is physical zone. Financial zone, physical zone. The solar plexus is social zone. These are the people who socialize brilliantly. If they go in a crowd of 100 people, they know how to handle. They can
Yeah,
do
that's what she is.
events.
That's what is her zone of abundance.
Okay, so that is social zone. They will talk to anybody. In the
Yeah.
sense, talk to anybody in the sense not just communication, but it's like they can just become one with the crowd. They can just become, the in charge of anything that is needed. For example, if 10 people are coming, they'll just know where to make one person sit, how to make another person comfortable, how to make the other person see what is amazing about them, etc., etc. Social zone is brilliant in the sense they can party, they can socialize, they can have a lot of friends, all of that. So that's the social zone. And then heart chakra. Heart chakra is the love. No matter what, they'll always have people to love. They will always be loving if that is abundant. The love will never go away from their life. They can, no matter what anybody does, they can still love the person. They can still receive love from anybody, from a neighbor, from somebody on the street, from the teachers, from everybody. Okay, so that is heart chakra. So that is familial. That's called familial zone. Family, everywhere they receive love, starting from the family. So that's a love center. And then comes the throat chakra, which is the vocal zone, expression, talk, saying their truth, speaking their truth. Expression is not just talking. It's about to be able to be themselves, whoever they are, with absolutely no guilt. Being okay with who I am. Okay. So there are these children who may not be academically great, who may be like bekar in, you know, the dressing that they do, kapde dhang se nahi pehenenge. They might have a disproportionate body, but they'll be so okay being anything they are. If that is their zone of abundance, they're just born like that. They'll be ठीक है यार चलता है. They'll wear a shorts and they'll go anywhere. So being okay to be who they are, if that is the zone of abundance, they are just people who can so the people who can just be okay anywhere. Okay, that. So if throat chakra, and they'll be great communicators and everything. Then third eye. So third eye is the vocal vision. So it's vision, the
Intuitive.
mental zone, intellect, very intelligent people, very intelligent. They will know exactly. They have a foresight. 10 साल के बाद क्या करना है? आज, if I'm going to do this, 10 years down the lane, what is it going to bring in my life? 20 years down the lane, what can I create out of this? Intuitive powers, premonition, deja vu, psychic abilities, all of that is mental zone. This is the mental zone, and then crown is the spiritual zone. So what is about the spiritual zone? Of course, the connect with the divine and inner divinity, a very divine presence, always in touch with, something or the other that is spiritual, and always having this radiance and beauty and aura and like all of that. That is spiritual zone. No separation, oneness is the way. Now, for example, if the physical health, like how you said your elder daughter, the sacral chakra is hit, this problem, that problem, all of that. Okay. There will be some part of her which is brilliant, which no matter what, she just does it like effortlessly. Okay. When you can have this conversation with her about the zone of lack and zone of abundance. Okay. Not from a space of, oh, so this is your zone of lack, leave it. No, not like that. The power of yet is completely agreed, because when I learned access consciousness and how does it get any better than this? I mean, I didn't read the growth mindset, but when I learned how does it get any better than this, I was like, oh, every time we say this is the best, or this, I can never have anything better than this, or oh, this is the best I could have ever had. All these conversations, I changed that conversation. So this is the best so far. So far, this is the best. And then how does it get better than this? Okay, so far, this is my best birthday ever, but how does it get any better? So I would say so far. Yet ki jagah, I would say so far. It's similar, right? So that I started, of course, I started telling my daughter and everybody that, है ना, जब कुछ बहुत अच्छा होता है ना, तो oh my God, this is the best thing ever मत बोलो, ऐसे बोलो, this is the best thing so far. Okay, how does it get any better than this? So that, of course, it has become a language. Now, even when you're saying I haven't done this yet, there's still I haven't done. I have done it, I have done this much so far. And then how does it get better than this? That is a language which will be more empowering. Okay. Yes, when the children overcome that, oh, I couldn't do this yet, now I did it. Of course, it brings them a boost, but there's somewhere still, I'm not an expert at this. Or in their mind, they know I'm never going to be an expert at this. Because this is not something like how if she has a thing that she's gifted, she will always have a thing that I don't have this. I tried and somehow I've come to this place. I'm feeling good about myself. But why must anybody feel good about themselves in comparison to someone or something? That's my question. Now, let me tell you an example of my life. My mom, she's a great cook, excellent cook. Her social skills are fabulous, fabulous. She's completely in charge. Her social zone is like 100 people will come to our house and she can cook for everybody, all the things at home. She can treat them brilliantly and she can be just all out there and everybody will go back happy. Okay, her social skills are brilliant. She will make calls to everybody if they are unwell. People have come to our house who have to be admitted in hospital in Chennai, Apollo Hospital. So 15 days they'll come and stay in our house and she'll entertain them and she'll do everything for them. And they would all be like, oh my God, Pushpa, aap to, like that. Okay. My dad, he's not the most handsome guy, okay? But his sacral chakra is super active. He's so fun loving. He can have fun anywhere. Physically, yoga, this, that, always taking care of his health and always like being like brilliant with his discipline with physical health. His physical health is like perfect. My mother is extremely sick, was much more than now. But now she's better because of all, thanks to the body processes and stuff that I've done. But earlier she used to have arthritis, she used to have spondylitis, she had a uterus issue, she had, she would have these, she would do all work all day long, but she would have pain in all her joints and everything. Asthma is there for 30 years. So her physical sacral is absolutely jacked. And my father's sacral is, he can have fun anywhere. Now, he stopped having fun and he started only looking at her health. She was continuing to be who she is, cooking and treating people and taking care of everybody. She was living in her zone of abundance. She always felt that I'm better and he's not. Because he gave away his zone of abundance in order to
Fill her lap.
fill her life. And if he wouldn't have given it away, everybody would say, क्या आदमी है? मतलब ये बीवी बीमार है और ये बैठ के मजे कर रही है. Right? Yep. Now, me. I'm absolutely bad at social skills. My social skills are almost zero. I cannot entertain people. Like, I can talk to people. I can be nice for some time. if 10 people come to my house and if I have to cook, my face will frown. My body will crumble. I'll be like, go. Because I just hate it. Like my mom used to entertain all the world's guests, and I used to be like, why the hell so many people always have to come to eat at our house and you have to cook and they have to eat? So I just, for whatever reason, I can't do that. Okay. I like to be alone. Now, all my life, I would have tried to become like her. I did. I mean, I have done cooking for 15 years in my joint family. I have entertained guests. And only then I used to feel a little high about myself. Oh, finally I can cook for 40 people. थोड़ी तो ठीक हूँ मैं. कुछ तो अच्छा है मेरे अंदर. What I was always great at as a child, always I used to write letters. I used to read a lot. I used to write a lot. I used to read all the books in the stores. I was a quiet person. I had no friends till 16 years. Zero friends. I never made any friends in school. Till 10th standard, I didn't have even one friend in school. Not even one. But I used to read a lot. I used to read books, even the Bhagavad Gita or the religious books or this. I used to listen a lot to people who are talking. I used to write, make notes, so much notes. So much I used to write if I'm watching a Chitrahar where singing is happening. But I used to write the song lyrics. That time we didn't have internet. But I used to sit and write the song lyrics. If I watch a movie, I would sit and write what I felt about the movie. I don't know why I did that, but that was so, like, that was just me. Nobody taught me that. That was just me. I used to write letters to my grandma, my grandpa. Then later on in teenage, I started writing pen friends. I started having pen pals. There were like 100 people in the country whom I used to write letters to. I was so good at writing. But nobody ever told me that, oh my God, kya writing skills hai teri? Everybody said, एकदम बेकार है, एक दोस्त भी नहीं है, खाना नहीं बनाना आता, कोई काम ठीक से नहीं करती है, ठीक है? All my life, I felt I'm such a pathetic pile of shit. I don't know anything. Because my cousins cook so well. My cousins look so beautiful. And they are like just perfect. When somebody comes, they know how to behave. They know what to talk, what not to talk. So all of that, I used to feel that I don't have anything. Until, not even till I came into healing. There was this, in 2009 or 8, when SMSs became broadcast, you can broadcast SMS. Gunjan, who comes on our morning call, right, my cousin, she used to forward some good morning, forwarded messages, okay? When I used to receive Gunjan's message every day, I was like, यार कितना अच्छा लगता है ना जब कोई सुबह सुबह good morning भेजता है, okay? Then I started writing morning messages. अब तो बहुत दुनिया सबको गुड मॉर्निंग भेजती है, but I'm talking of when there was no WhatsApp. I started writing my own message every morning. Like, for example, it could be a very simple message that, I'll get up and I will say that I smile, you smile, we all smile, and the world is a beautiful place. Good morning. It can be as simple as that. That when I started writing and sending it to people, without anything that, oh, will people copy? I didn't know copyright, all that crap at that time. Okay. I used to just write. Every day I used to send morning messages to so many people. First I started with 60, and then anybody comes, I'll add them to my list and I would send the morning messages. Now these morning messages became a thing of me, which used to come so naturally to me. Like as I said the other day also, people started telling me that, oh, you must write a book. Such beautiful messages you write in the morning. And it used to come so naturally to me because I never knew. Maybe I would have been a writer in some lifetime or whatever, I don't know. But my writing skills were brilliant. Always. And writing, when I say writing, it's not the perfect grammar. It's the perfect heartfelt expression. It was perfect heartfelt expression. And I remember the only times I was appreciated by my grandfather was when I would write a letter and he would say, बंधु चिट्ठी लिखती है ना, तो ऐसे पढ़ के ऐसे जी भर आता है, you know, because that was my thing. I would just write very, whatever comes, very beautifully. I used to express myself. So that was the thing. But what would everybody do if I talk a lot? बहुत बात करती है, थोड़ा चुप रहना सीख. Okay. Why? Because socially जब 100 लोग घर पे आ रहे हैं तो आपको behave करना है, be well behaved. So now in this whole triangle that I'm talking, my brother was even more absolutely antisocial. I thought at least I would talk because I had the expression. He wouldn't. So everybody was made wrong for being who they were, including we making our parents wrong for who they were.
Vandana, I think I'm going on a guilt trip because I've caused a lot of harm to my daughter.
No, but it's all of us have done this. See, I'm not. This conversation is not to put anybody into a guilt trip. It's to recognize that we
Yes.
all have done this,
Yes,
and
I'm seeing the difference in approach. Yes.
we only have always focused on what is lacking.
Yes.
Even if I look at my mother, I'll see what is lacking in her. आप अपनी तबीयत का तो बिल्कुल ध्यान नहीं रखते, आपकी तबीयत हमेशा खराब रहती है. I will also do that, right? I've also done that to my mom. I will not tell her कि क्या यार, क्या आप लोगों को खिलाते पिलाते हो, आपका क्या capacity है. In fact, I'll make her wrong for that, right? I'll tell her ये सब कर करके तबीयत खराब कर ली है. We all do that.
I'm in the same spot, but I just want to say that my daughter, elder one, she is an excellent photographer. She writes very well. But like a small thing was a hurdle all her life, which I created. And I don't know, I have to uncreate that and ask for forgiveness for that because, her spellings were wrong. And she's an excellent writer. So once or twice, I must have mentioned when she showed me something, Mom, I written this today. And I said, but you have to work on your spelling, I kept bringing that in. And that set such a block in her head for many years. She didn't create anything.
Exactly. So now what happens when people start only focusing on finding the fault in another person or what is lacking in another person, that person will never be able to come out of that lack because thinking that I'll never be good enough.
Yes, she feels that.
I have had grown up 40, 50-year-old men and women together as a couple if they're coming for a therapy, coming and the man will say, no matter what I do, I'll never be good enough for her. And the woman will say that, I've done so much, but he's never going to be able to meet my expectations. Now, it is not about them not being able to meet the expectations, it's about them not having that capacity to meet your expectations. If you are good at socializing, doesn't mean that person has to be good at socializing. If I'm good at writing and if I want my child to write every day, then it is such a, like how hard am I being on them? That नहीं तू लिखती क्यों नहीं, तू भी लिख, तू भी चिट्ठी लिख या तू भी लिख के बता. Really? Thankfully, I mean, when it comes to my children, yes, I did go into the zone of lack when it comes to, my son was very unwell. His health was, but it was not, his sacral chakra was not his zone of lack because he's so charming, he's so good looking, like he's a hero. So that was not his zone of lack. Physical health was not well because after getting married, I completely went into my zone of lack. And I stopped writing, I stopped expressing. I just became this, a person who doesn't know anything, who doesn't know to laugh, who doesn't know to singing. They told me not to sing. They told me not to talk loudly. So all that was my thing, was completely suppressed. And that suppression my child took, and he became unwell, but it was not his zone of life.
So, Bandana, when you have an overprotective parent,
Yeah.
like my parents were with me and I was with my children, so which
It,
areas blocked, like, uh,
so that is where you have to recognize, I changed this while reading this book called the 80-20 principle, the Pareto principle, that focusing on those 20% of the things which bring 80% happiness, focusing on those 20% of the things which can give 80% results. For example, uh, if there are 10 people in my life, and out of that, 2 people with whom when I spend time, I get the maximum happiness. But if I'm trying to push myself to maintain those 10 people in my life, and the remaining 8 people are really, really like making it difficult for me to feel good, then my focus is not going on that 20%, which give me so much happiness. I'm focusing on those 8 people which are pulling me down. Why? Because somewhere we all have been told that you have to correct your weaknesses. You have to become better at what you're not good at.
yes,
We all have been told, and we all also expect that from others. For example, even now, uh, why am I sharing this, Sanju? You have to listen to this. I'm very amazed with what you have done, the growth mindset and everything. But this was just to bring to your notice that you got to live in your zone of abundance and let them identify what is their zone of abundance and let them choose to live in that. So this creating these workshops out of books, right? That is your zone of abundance. Creativity. Creativity is third eye. Okay. If you're a very creative person and you can create workshops out of books, you can make children learn something, then you have to be on that creative mode all the time. And when you are going to be in that creative mode all the time, without even bothering whether the child is getting creative or not, and just being in this zone, the child will automatically learn. Because children learn from seeing, they don't learn from listening. Children don't learn from listening, they learn from seeing. You got to become the coach. What's the difference between a coach and an instructor? An instructor will say what to do, what not to do. A coach will do what he wants other people to do. And then there comes a time when they are grown up, you become a counselor. Say, for example, the first quadrant, 0 to 6 years, be the instructor. Tell them, ऐसे brush करना है, ऐसे कपड़े पहनना है, ऐसे bathroom में जाना है, ऐसे सफाई करना है. That is instruction. So 0 to 6 instructor, 6 to 12 coach. Let's go jogging. Let's go running. Let's dress up beautifully. Let's have fun. Let's write. Let's paint. Let's draw. So that would be the coach time. And then uh, 12 to 18, peer group and lot of things going on in the child's mind. Become the counselor, but not the coach trying to show them what to do, not the instructor telling them what to do, what not to do. Counselor is, I'm here. If you have anything to talk, I'm here to listen. I will share my experiences. From that, you can take what is good or bad, and you can choose your experience. And even if you make a mistake, I'll be here. And I've made mistakes, so it's okay. And then beyond 18, only observer. Now I'm just the observer of your life. I have nothing to do in it. You may fail, you may succeed. I'm here. But I'm not even going to tell you what to do. You do it on your own. If you come and ask me, I'll tell you. If you come and ask me, now my daughter is 23, if she comes and asks me, Mama, I don't know how to deal with this, can you tell me something? Then I will. But otherwise, I'll just observe. That's all. Beyond a 24, get out. Let them live. They are not your children anymore. They are grown-up adults. They have a life of their own. Let them live. If they're choosing to live with you, great. If they're choosing not to live with you, let them live. If they're choosing to do something that you like, if they're choosing not to do something that you like, let them live. Whatever they are doing, just let them live. You get out of their life, out of their minds.
But I think maybe by that time, they get so used to you also, like to the parent especially, that they can't even leave you also.
Correct.
Everything they want to keep asking, is this right, Mama? Is that right, Papa? Or guide them more better for the future, basically.
Yeah, but
You know,
that's the thing, right? Because we've always been training children as if I know better and you don't know. We've always been thinking that I know better and you know lesser. But the day you come to a space of, when I learned, thankfully, Aman, I'm so grateful to God for the courses I've done and the things that I've learned, and also the ability to use it in a good way, right? So when I learned the zone of lack and zone of abundance, I started completely focusing on, acha, for example, Adesh is my ex-husband. Adesh ka zone of abundance kya hai? Avni ka zone of abundance kya hai? Srijan ka zone of abundance kya hai? Mera zone of abundance kya hai? Let everybody live in their zone of abundance. Let us not focus on the lack at all. So for example, if I don't know how to talk irrelevant, I don't know how to like behave in a social. So I was like, when Shuchi's father died, I don't know how to talk to her uncle and everybody and make them understand. Okay, I can be be for her. I'm here for you. But I don't know how to do this call, pay, mourning and blah, 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 all of that. So I was just telling my son, कि पता नहीं मेरे से ना ये रैंडम सोशलाइजिंग, अभी एक बर्थडे जूम पार्टी था, मैं उसमें गई, पर मेरे को तो, मैं थोड़ी देर के बाद तो मैं इतना बोर हो गई, मेरे को लग रहा था कि यार बस हो गया, अभी बंद करो जूम. तो my son is telling me, तो जरूरत भी नहीं आपको करने की. आप तो करना जरूरी नहीं, आप अकेले खुश हो तो आप अकेले खुश रहो. Now this, he has not gone and attended that course of zone of lack and zone of abundance. But naturally, when I'm living in my zone of abundance, for now example, these morning calls are like my extension of my morning writing. It comes very naturally to me. It just makes my world abundant. It just makes me feel like wow. Okay. And when I'm living in this zone, my entire day is taken care of. I don't care. Everything I can handle. Because even this 1 hour of the morning that I'm living in my zone of abundance, it takes care of all the so-called lack in my life. Oh, there's nobody at home. I'm alone. I don't have a relationship. Or, oh, everybody who loves me is far off. Money is just enough for my survival. I don't have a car. I used to have one. I have a rental house. I used to have a own house. Now there can be so many things that I can think and feel bad about. But do I? No. I am just so happy with this, living this that I'm living right now. That I don't even think, my day just goes. My day just goes away, just enjoying that, wow, आज का call क्या मस्त था सुबह का.
I must acknowledge also that I found new friends here, and I am very happy to begin the day with all of you laughing, smiling, and my
So
day
that
goes off well.
if all of us could be, so for Sanju, what I want to tell you is what changed in these 15 days is you started expressing your abundance.
Yeah.
You started telling here about the books that you have read, about workshops that you have created. You started being more of you. And that naturally goes to them. Of course, healing is a part of it. But the more you live in your abundance, for example, even this conversation, instead of from a mindset of, oh, I have to teach my daughter something, no. I have to just be this person that I am, completely in charge, and talk about it like just like fun. Oh, like how, like how you express that the 5 languages of love. You express the growth mindset book. So much wisdom you have, so much information you have, so much you have worked, so much you have done, even if it is for a small set of children, for your children, for you have worked with children so much that you have so much to offer. When you start focusing on that offering that you have, which will never get over, because you have that much books you have read, that much wisdom of life, that you know how to use it also. When you start focusing on that and forget what will happen to her academics, forget whether she'll be able to draw or not, and then see how much more she will try. She will take care of herself. Life takes care of itself.
Today her day is made.
Yeah.
Sanju, you sure are contributing to this morning classes. Love you so much.
Yes, she is a contribution.
Yeah.
All of us, I think all of us.
Yes, all of us. Actually, even the people who are silent are a contributor.
Yeah.
Everybody, the presence of each person is a contribution. Like Gunjan, before you came in, I was telling everybody that I started writing my morning messages only when you started sending good morning messages, like long,
Yes.
long back. Okay.
Very long back.
Long back, it's, I think, more than a decade now. But
Surely.
I always acknowledge that, oh, this girl, she sent these messages and it just inspired me. I started writing my own messages and it made my day so happy. And that is also my zone of abundance, this being grateful for each and every person who has contributed in my life. I never fail to say thank you in my heart. Every day I do that. Like, I may not go and say thank you, Gunjan, every day, but every time, for example, if I see a post of hers on Instagram, when I see something that she's created and all of that, I always remember like, oh, what a contribution that has been to my life. It, yeah, see? So much so कि जब तुम नहीं आ रही थी ना अभी कॉल्स पे, तो मुझे ऐसे लग रहा था कि यार शायद वो योगा करने लगे, तो मैं उसको बोलती हूँ कि अब आफ्टर द 20 days ऑफ सोल्स टेम्पल का कॉल, मॉर्निंग कॉल्स पे 15 मिनट गुंजन योगा करा. हम लोग सब योगा भी करेंगे.
I am in for it.
Right?
I am in for it.
I don't mind doing it also.
Yes, Gunjan, we are in for it. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, let the morning begin with wo jo, there's this writer, right? I think Robin Sharma or somebody, I don't remember.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
The 5:30.
Yeah.
5:30 club.
5:30 club, right?
Robin Sharma.
Yes. So 20 minutes of, say, yoga, physical exercise, you can get us to 20 minutes, like Sanju talks about the books that she has read, that 20 minutes of Soul's Temple, which is my expertise, or each one may have
I
something
don't know what can we co-create now.
I'm good at cooking, Vandana. I don't know how can I contribute.
No, but I love that the designs that you have made also, those paintings, so someday we can just
paint for 20 minutes. You can sit down and just draw for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can just sit and draw. Like, you can guide us ki acha aise banao, whatever. See, it doesn't even matter. What the idea is, if we start encouraging others to live in the zone of abundance and being in the zone of abundance ourselves, and not diminishing us and not diminishing anybody, what a beautiful world are we going to create? Where nobody ever feels not good enough.
This itself becomes a support group, Vandana.
Yes, that is the idea that has come. So that support group idea that came to me, I was just first thinking of the people in the morning call, because you are all committed in some form or manner, which I'm seeing every day. Afternoon, people come, people don't come. Evening, people come, people don't come. But morning, this is like a fixed group. So this thing that came to me yesterday, this morning, and then when I'm talking about this, it is not to make any of you feel that all your life you just lived in your zone of lack, or you're putting people into lack. Or no. I'm talking about, let's now live in our zone of abundance and let people get inspired. And let, when these things go on YouTube, where already your 5 languages of love, what you spoke, has reached out to whoever it has reached out to. I'm not bothered about how many likes, how many people follow, how many people are going to see this video. I care a fuck. Okay, for me it is the joy of expressing this exuberance of life that we all can be, the gift that we are, in our own way. If Gunjan can't do Soul's Temple like me, or if I can't do painting like Kiran, or if Kiran can't read the books like you do, or if Simran can't make workshops like you have, it doesn't matter. We all have something different. We all have something beautiful to offer. It is about,
On that note, I would like to say something. I just
yes,
got
please.
a quote. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
Yes.
Very
And
true.
then that quote, right? Mother Teresa's, I can't do what you can do. You can't do what I can do.
Okay.
But
Together,
together we can do great things.
yeah.
I completely believe in that together. But
That
am I,
oneness,
uh,
that oneness, that
yeah.
that connection with each other.
And what happens when you start living in yours? For example, if my vocal, my writing, my expression is my abundance, now the money, the pleasure, and the social thing, the intellect, and everything is taken care of. It's
But
a
one person
byproduct.
can bring so much of a change in the whole environment, Like
Yeah, and
I
every
see that.
person can do that.
I see that in my own house. My younger daughter, who's a lawyer, she always comes from abundance. Whether we have, like, we've gone through a little hard times, like some 20 years back, whatever the struggle was. But she always says, "Oh, I'm born princess. I'm born princess. I have
That
so much."
that
Yeah.
she
So
is
she
living in her abundance.
absolutely, and I'm seeing the change today. It was so informative for me to listen to your talk because that's where I see the difference. And she always comes, "Mama बहुत है, Mama बहुत है." And I said, 6 months से salaries नहीं आया है, 1 साल से काम नहीं हो रहा है. So she said, "But फिर भी बहुत है." There's so much of abundance, and believe it or not, she was getting you get that returns from income tax
Yeah.
refunds.
Uh,
And this time when salaries are not coming, she's getting refunds from income tax because she creates it. The
She
whole day,
will,
yeah,
she will always get it. She will
yeah,
always get it
yeah.
because she knows how to be in that abundant space. And so is my younger daughter. Uh, you know, earlier everybody used to tell her, तेरी फरमाइशें तो ऐसी, तेरे को तो कोई अंबानी के घर में पैदा होना था. तेरे को तो सब ऐसे बड़ा बड़ा चाहिए, Zara का कपड़ा, whatever. I mean, you're like that. But then she's created everything in her life.
Absolutely. My daughter's also done that. She goes to the work showroom
her
and she says,
her
"I want this
salary
car."
is not the best salary. It's like very average.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
her
That's
own colleagues are earning way more. Okay, but
that's not the point.
she will live the best of life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She has the best of clothes. She will take it from my bhabhi. She will get it from her friends. She doesn't care. She's open to receiving.
yeah. So last 1 week we've been getting so many gifts. I said this time मैं कोई parcel भी नहीं भेजता है. But believe it or not, somebody from the building is sending her donuts, and somebody is sending her cakes, and the
See,
other
that is, she's totally living in the abundance. Now that,
absolutely.
if each
I'm
one,
learning from
and that is what we all got to do. Start living in the zone of abundance and just being who we are, like brilliance. that when you tap into your brilliance, you somehow give permission to everybody who's in your universe to tap into their brilliance without even having to tell them, without having to make them do anything, just by being in that zone. Now, for example, nowadays when I'm doing these morning calls, I'm so happy. Like if when my son and daughter, they are not even bothered. They're like, हाँ ठीक है आपका सब बढ़िया ही चल रहा है हाँ सब बढ़िया चल रहा है कुछ कुछ लग ही नहीं रहा है like literally कुछ नहीं लग रहा है I wouldn't be able to stay at home for more than 3 days. I used to be so fidgety because ADHD, right? Can't stay in one place for a long time. I want to go here, go there, monkey. But I'm amazed the way, because I'm just living this morning time, my morning time, right? When I get to talk. And all these ideas that come, like original ideas that come. And when I express it out, it just makes my entire day like abundant.
I tell this morning call as my charging station.
वो मैंने बोला ना एक कॉल पे कि that guy said from sleeping buffaloes to galloping horses.
I was telling my brother, it's like तू सुबह सुबह उठ के क्या करती है 6 बजे उठ के कॉल पे बैठ जाती है. मैंने बोला that's my charging station that makes me run the entire day. That will show off my entire day.
So this conversation that we are having, maybe that is also your forte, because how much you have contributed to these calls with your sharing. Okay, so when you are getting to express you, what you do, you're automatically happier. सोल सिंपल करते हैं वो तो है ही, पर सोल सिंपल नहीं भी करेंगे तो भी वो खुशी रहेंगे. What I'm trying to bring us all at is, I mean, not just 4 of us, whoever is watching these calls, whoever is listening to these calls, that one day there must come a time that the natural way of being itself is healing.
You know what? Out of the 4 languages of love, for me, is quality time. So in the morning when I get that quality time,
Yes.
it's like I've filled my bucket already.
Yeah. And that is what all of us have to ask ourselves. What is it that I truly desire?
Yeah.
And what would I like my reality to look like? Access consciousness also has contributed so much to my life. And like a lot of people, I can't, if I have to mention all the names, I think I don't know how many days will get over. That many people I have gratitude for.
Entire universe conspires. You know?
Absolutely. So when we start being abundant, not fixing abundance means money, abundance means clothes, abundance means food, abundance means friends, abundance means loving relationships. Abundance doesn't mean anything. Abundance just is. It is just, it is just there everywhere. The sunlight is abundant. The air is abundant. The trees are abundant. The water is abundant. All of this is abundant and it's just available. It is available to the poorest of the poor and the richest of the richest. How much am I going to receive it depends on my willingness to be that. To be abundant and to receive that abundance. And to acknowledge that abundance. Yeah, Gunjan.
Last evening, as it's lockdown in Chennai, so I always tell Naresh, that my husband and Naresh, to let's do twin her meditation. I really connect to it so very well because I've been in pranic healing. I'm not practicing it, but I get it done for any of my problem with an auntie over here. So twin her, I want every day when you start doing it, there's definitely different change in the way you receive, you perceive, or you get something happens. I really feel like I'm in a very happy state that time.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think after almost 6 months, I did yesterday. and I just couldn't stop smiling at all. I felt as if I can just pull my cheeks till here, but it was not going at all. It was just stopping to one level, and it was just smiling. Just I was so happy yesterday, and I just cannot express that at all happiness.
Yeah.
And today morning I came late because I'd gone to my pier for staying last night, on Monday.
Yeah.
So I was just seeing my dad that he was doing his breathing exercises. He was not doing it perfectly right as he used to. He should do it.
Yeah.
So I told him, okay, I'll come on a Zoom call at your time. It was at 6:45. So I was with him for all this time. So I joined today late. And
Which
I
is
was
fine.
teaching him how to breathe,
Uh,
to do the breathing properly. Even normal breathing also is like,
huh.
just don't put pressure at all. Just relax and do. And he was really enjoying teaching him. And he was like little stubborn of things to follow us. But he took the first exercise very well. He took it off, and I was so happy. At least something he took from me. I could teach him something, and I feel my day is done today. That's it. I'm done for the day, and I'm feeling so happy about it.
Your heart expands to people around you. It's not only your family.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just, I just felt when this the whole thing started. My neighbor auntie was living alone, and she's an old 84 years old lady. Only question, had two maids who stopped coming. So only question was who's going to give her food, you know. So we on the floor decided, and for 6 months we continued doing that, you know, till
Awesome.
she
Okay,
finally went
that's
to
nice.
America to her kids. And I felt so good about it. I used to wake up early, make sure what's the breakfast for you today, auntie. And I didn't feel it was, I felt it was an expansion on the floor. It was, the whole floor belongs to me. And so I'm giving it to my mother. You know, I'm offering the food to my mother before I even start having it in my own house. And my neighbors took charge of the lunch. So we did dinners, lunches, and breakfast for her for 6 months. And there was so much of abundance. I felt so good and I felt so happy, you know. And people said, how can you do that? You know, there's so much work at home. You're washing, jhadu katta and everything. I said, I can do it because that gives me happiness. That
Yeah.
little space gave me that energy for the whole day. And there was
And
no difference, you know, like she's my mother or she's my aunt or she's on the same floor. I said, my whole house has become expansive. My doors are open and my floor is mine, you know. Now.
this is what it is, okay? When we all, what is this, these morning calls created, the Soul's Temple that we've done all these days? That
Yeah.
everybody is now choosing to be happier, choosing to be their, whatever their natural best is, in their own way. That is the beauty that these calls have created. And that this 1 hour that we take out in the morning for ourselves, just for ourselves. An hour for myself. That was my first blog title. Starting from an hour for myself, I've come to every hour is for myself.
Being with yourself and you're there for everybody throughout the day.
Yeah, because when you can truly be there for yourself, you can truly be there for others. If you're half-hearted with yourself, you'll only be half-hearted. You can only give what you have. You can't give what you don't have. When you give yourself 100, you will be able to give other people also 100. And it is not, if we were selfish, like that thing, I don't know, I've told it on another call or not. That Krishna, Radhe Krishna serial, some serial my mother used to watch. I don't watch television. But when I go to my mom's house, she watches this serial every day. So I am very interested in the moral of the story, not the whole episode, the drama and everything. Haan, theek hai. But if I'm with my mom, just to make her happy, I'll also watch with her. So, but one thing, the universe sends you what you have to receive, even in those 2-3 days. There was this one episode, that 1 minute, I still have that video with me, where that moral of the story with the Krishna of the serial comes and says that Swarthi hona buri baat nahi hoti. And he says, Swarthi means Swayam ka arth. स्वयं के अर्थ को जानना स्वार्थ, ठीक है. पर अगर आपका स्वयं सिर्फ आप तक सीमित है तो आप मतलब डेफिनेटली आप स्वार्थी हैं. आपके स्वयं में अगर आपके परिवार के लोग हैं, यू इंक्लूड योर फैमिली इन योरसेल्फ, देन आप परिवार्थी हैं. और अगर आपके स्वयं में और लोग हैं, मतलब थोड़े और लोग हैं, 100 लोग हैं, कम्युनिटी है, ये है वो है, तो आप परोपकारती हैं. परोपकारती. और अगर आपके स्वयं में पूरा विश्व है, ब्रह्मांड है, तो आप परमार्थी. And if I talk in access consciousness language, it is being the infinite being. Okay, that the whole universe is me. This myself contains the entire universe, and so I am the infinite being. And whenever I do anything for me, I do it for everyone. It includes the entire universe. That is, Swarth. When I heard that, I was like, I think my life is like that. I live like that. Like in my head, it's always the whole world. I never think me.
Yeah, Vandana, I want to add on something here. I also read something the other day. It is जब समता से सम मतलब सबके साथ सम व्यवहार करना, जब समता सिमट जाए तो वो ममता बन जाती है. You just ममता,
Absolutely.
समता and mamta, it really can just it just spews in my head.
And it is beautiful, isn't it? Like so many people tell me, you're like this mother, you're like this nurturing parent, but that is who I am. It doesn't matter what is my age and what is your age, and, whether you're like a 10-year-old kid or you're like a 80-year-old person. But I know how to nurture, simply. So that nurturing ability is very high. For whatever reason, it is there. It just is. And so when I am, and nurturing is what you receive from the earth. The earth nurtures us so much. The nature is all the time nurturing all of us. And when I acknowledge how much I've received from the earth, then I naturally enhance my ability to nurture, because I'm receiving all the nurturing from nature and I'm able to gift it to other people. And that is why being around nature and being in nature is so important sometimes. Going out and just taking out time and being in nature and receiving that nurturing of the earth. And then we have this capacity to nurture others. It is so beautiful to be able to receive and gift simultaneously. And it is not that, oh, I don't even operate from the space of कि मैं यहाँ पे कुछ कर रही हूँ और you all are receiving. Yes, I am gifting and you're receiving, but at the same time, your being itself is gifting me. I'm receiving this joy and this, that, what access consciousness is, glory, this exuberance expression of life. So this is what it is. And like, we are not doing soul simple today, it's already 8. But I want to end because today we've had conversations about quotes and everything. There's one quote, because I'm very open to all religions. I don't have any, my go-to person is Krishna. But I don't have an aversion to Shiva or Mahavir or Guru Nanak or Jesus Christ. Just yesterday I was watching something of Jesus Christ. So I'm fond of all the gods in the world, goddesses and gods. I don't have any aversion to anybody. So Mahavir Swami, in Jain community, there is this Gulab Chand Muni, some Maharaj. My friend Garima, who's a Jain, had gone to her house and she had a calendar in which his quotes, the quotes that he has written, are written on each day of the calendar. So, and she knows I'm very fond of quotes, so I just started looking at each quote. She gave me the calendar later. She said, "Tu le ja, main naya manga lungi." But 365, I don't remember. Okay, I remember one thing. That one thing that just got into my being. He has written that Nishchintata, Nirbhayata, उदारता एवं प्रसन्नता. निश्चिंतता, निर्भयता, उदारता एवं प्रसन्नता जितनी जीवन में आ जाए, समझ लो धर्म उतना प्रवेश कर गया. Okay. And when I read these things, right, I start affirming it 100 times. Like, for me, that becomes an affirmation. Until I become that, right, I will not give up. Nishchint, nirbhay, udar, prasann. If that can be a way of being, that's
What
it.
is it?
I just want to say one line. My very dear friend always keeps saying कि सृष्टि में यज्ञ हो रहा है, and everyone is contributing, every bit is contributing, like हवा, पानी,
Absolutely.
Surya, everybody is contributing. So what is my contribution? How can I contribute to this yajna? So first thing that comes like being joyful and
Yes.
spreading love.
Yes.
So every day, every moment that I have to decide what is my contribution to this yajna.
And what, receiving is contribution.
Yeah.
Receiving the benefit of that yajna and the benefit of all the sunlight, the air, the water, this, that, everything, the elements of the earth, receiving is contributing.
Yeah.
Because when I'm giving and you're receiving, doesn't it make me happy?
Yes.
So same way, when I'll be willing to receive what anybody is giving to me,
Yes.
I make them happy. I give them the joy of contribution.
Yes.
And like, for example, if from tomorrow onwards, if we do 15 minutes yoga in the beginning, if, or end or beginning, what doesn't matter, whenever Gunjan comes, just imagine the remaining days, what a contribution that is going to be.
Amazing.
How much joy is that? Now we are all getting geared up to live a whole life, a physically fit body, emotionally happy space, mentally using the intellect, and spiritual growth to ho raha hai. It's a byproduct. That is what I wish to create, and that is thanks to yesterday connecting to Krishna is my soul still. This morning is like, okay, here, support groups. And it begins here. And once we start doing it from tomorrow, every day it is going to add on. It's going to add on so much. And is it about I'm going to give you money, you're going to give me money? Nothing. When I used to talk like, अगर पूरा वर्ल्ड वापस बार्टर सिस्टम में चला गया तो कितना मजा आएगा. Although वो होना थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
So be it. So be it. So be it.
But at the same time,
The problem with the barter system was like, you offer me your abundance and I offer you my abundance.
yeah. So if even in a small space, if I'm able to create that, I will feel that I did, my dream came true. These are my dreams. Like, I've had these dreams. I have written notes. I don't know how much I've worked on these things. This is what I wish to create in the world. And if we can be the microcosm, the macrocosm will take care of itself on its own. There will be so many more such groups. Automatically, people will do such things. And I don't care, did a person copy my idea? Let everybody copy. Let more of this happen. That is the thing, right? Let everybody copy this. And let everybody do this every morning. And let everybody wake up and do this 1 hour of, physical fitness, of intellectual growth, enhancement, and spiritual enhancement, emotional, getting neutral to emotions and healing our emotions. What a beautiful world can we co-create together. And on this note, I'll say goodbye for the day.
Good day.
Thank you.
Bye, Dee. Thank you so much.
Bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.